What's your name?
Liv.
Liv. What do you do?
I am a personal trainer, Pilates instructor, and a social worker.
Ooh, social worker. This will be a good answer. Okay, so you look fine, but what war are you currently fighting that the rest of the world is unaware of?
Not enoughness. That's what it's called.
Not enoughness. Explain.
I never feel like enough for other people.
For other people or yourself?
I'm enough for myself for sure, but I don't put enough value in my enoughness. I really only care. I put my energy into other people's version of me.
So whatever somebody's belief about you is holds precedent over your belief over yourself.
That's correct.
¿Por qué?
And yeah, I guess I don't know if I know myself outside of what other people have told me that I am.
So it's a self-worth kind of a thing. Is it like, are you on a journey of discovering your self-worth on your own, regardless of what other people think, or where are you in this journey of self-worth?
My self-worth is very high when I'm on my own, why I spend a lot of time with myself, and when other people come into the picture or I go out into the world, I feel less than.
I don't know what this is for me, but I feel that, right? And I think for me, it always stemmed from feeling misunderstood. And it also stemmed from feeling like I'm not connecting with people. Like my mind and my frequency is just so different than everyone else's. It's one of the biggest reasons I was so hard on myself growing up is because I felt like I couldn't relate to people. My life is very different in a lot of ways than other people. And for that reason, I think I had this feeling of not being enough. I would always judge myself and stuff like that until I started to accept exactly how unique I was. And in accepting that uniqueness, I think it empowered me to be like, yeah, I am different. And so the fuck what? Like, that's the way God intended it to be. So fuck you for being basic and normal like everybody else. I'm glad I'm unique. I'm glad I'm the only one here wearing a fucking cowboy hat and cowboy boots right now with a camera interviewing people in the park. So yeah, that's what I wanted to offer you. If that helps in any regard, is to just own every little nuance, unique detail about yourself, because that's what separates you from everyone else.
It's true. And I can appreciate the things about me around certain people. But I think like meeting new connections is scary because I don't know how they're going to take my uniqueness.
Did you ever sit down and make a list of people you feel good around, bad around, or indifferent around?
I've never made a list. It's a little scary to consider a list because there'd be very few people on the people that I.
I wouldn't. I mean, I think the number of people on the list isn't more important than where you place them. Because if there's someone who you value a lot, you probably look forward to speaking to this person, or maybe you don't. And when they call you, you feel a little reluctant to answer the phone. You feel a little indifferent about who they are as a person. Like, those little things, I feel like people ignore, but it's very telling. It's your body telling you who this person is, where you should place them in your life. Because if you feel like, I don't want to pick this phone up, maybe that's not your real friend. Maybe there's somebody you shouldn't be talking to because they drain or dump or toxic. Who knows?
I don't answer anyone's phone call. My mom is my favorite person, and sometimes I don't answer her phone call.
I can relate to that too. So you're a little in the deep end with the isolation a bit.
Yes, but also all of my jobs are very personable and person-centered, and that's like my social interaction time. And I need to recharge. It takes me a lot of time to recharge, and there are very specific things that are recharging versus just resting.
What are some of the things besides resting that recharge you?
Being outside, taking a walk, going to yoga, cooking, watching TV, reading, working on my business, and cleaning.
I'm so curious as to like if this will be the case for most people in like other areas, or is it just an LA thing that everybody here is so isolated to some degree. Like every person I've talked to today, except for this guy Luke, who's in a group of friends right now, was here by themselves,
Okay, yeah.
or like dealing with something that they felt like they needed to come to the park to decompress and just figure it out. But
Well,
To decompress, I wouldn't really come to a place that's so crowded with people. I would probably try to go somewhere that's. This person probably wants to connect with other people, and that's why he's at a place with a lot of people. But I want to be alone in a city. As alone in a city as I can be, at least.
so how do you connect with people if this is what you intend to change? How are you going about changing it?
it's fine. Fine.
Sometimes I'm open to it. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes there's like a vibe in a person that I can see myself maybe connecting to that person in a way, but I'm not very open to it, unfortunately.
Hey, fine. That's it.
Is there a reason for that?
Energy draining.
God, I hear you with that shit. It's enough of that around. Okay, so what would your body say about the way you treat your mind? And what would your mind say about the way you treat your body?
That's an interesting question. My body would say that I don't let my mind just be as it wants to be. I try to fight a lot. And my mind would say I treat my body well.
Seems like you got a good handle on it all.
That's what self-awareness does to you, but it also makes you miserable.
That part, yeah. Being conscious in this modern era is being in a constant state of rage, or whatever Dick Gregory or James Baldwin said.
I agree with that.
How do you handle the rage?
I try to find humor in it, and I connect with animals, with nature, and I try to laugh at kids as much as I can.
In your social work, what is one of the most overlooked things that you wished people knew about going into social work?
Into the field itself, I would say it's just another system that tries to oppress.
Damn, that's deep. Okay, now what would you say to anybody looking to seek help from social workers?
The stereotype around them can be true, but remain open because there are people that are trying to change the narrative. You just have to find them.
Nice. What's your favorite thing about this year so far? I'll wait.
I think it's been nice to see how resilient our city is.
Ain't that the truth? Look at that. Babies is laughing, birds is chirping, dogs is walking, and we not burning. All right?
But the air quality is 200 in LA right now.
Yeah, the air quality is on Shanghai, but we're all right. We're not that bad
The
yet.
rest of the state is completely green, meaning that their air quality is perfect.
Damn. Los Angeles is going through it right now.
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy.
Thank you so much, Liv, for this conversation. I appreciate you for stopping by and just being honest, sharing your truth. That's all I want people to do here is just share their truth.
Anytime.
You know, because that makes the world feel a little bit smaller for everybody else in it. So thank you.
Smaller.
Yeah. A little bigger, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Liv, for this conversation. I appreciate you for sharing your truth. I think every time someone shares their truth, it makes the world a little bigger for everyone else in it. No, it's smaller, right? It's smaller. Make the world. It already feels big. You already feel like you're alone. So when you see more people, it makes it smaller. Like LA is a small world because you know so many people.
With more clarity.
Okay. Thank you, Liv, for this conversation. I appreciate you for sharing your truth. Every time someone shares their truth, it makes the world a little bit more clear for the rest of the people in it. So thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you for this conversation. You look fine. 10-minute talk show. 10 minutes. They be looking and then they don't want to come over here. It'd be like they scared.
They are.
Why? I'm just a black guy in a hat.
Exactly.
The shame and silence that comes with any given social topic allows the system that created it to continue to win.
Exactly. That's why the propaganda is the way that it is, to shape people to talk about it, so it perpetuates. That's the point.
And that's why I'm here, to be an agent of chaos and nudge people into just telling the truth.